Here's a full face lifting routine that you can do with just your face blaster and a good serum. You always want to start with a good oil. We never want to pull our skin, so it needs to have a good amount of oil on there so it can glide. Using the face blaster, I always like to go right over my clavicle, and then I like to go in between my chest bone. Then I like to go up the platysma muscle, which is just the center of the neck, on each side of the Adam's apple, placing the tool facing the ceiling right underneath the chin. In the clinical study, they actually showed that it can break down fats if we stay there too long. And then you're going to come back and define underneath each one of the jaws on each side. Then you're going to place the tool up and over the jawbone. And you're going to work that area on both sides, then place it underneath the cheekbone facing the sky, so only having half the tool on your face, and you're going to define out the cheekbone on both sides. Then you're going to take the end of the tooth and you're going to work a little bit of that lymph line and that tension that goes into the jaw and right in front of the ear on both sides. Then you're going to come back, and a lot of times we get lines, they call smoker lines, but most people are never smokers. We still get them just from like eating our foods and drinking off straws, and I don't know, I tend to move my mouth all weird. The idea is that those create a lot of wrinkles around our lips. So if you just try to think about cross fiber to the wrinkles that are up and down, you're doing a little cross fiber. And then the top, same thing. I go from the top lip line all the way to right below the nose. I've got a little gloss on right now, but normally I would take this and I would scrub over my lips. Our nose tends to get longer as we age and more bulbous. So I like to hold it so I'm not stretching down that nose. And then right in between two teeth at the top, I'm like trying to do that little button part of my nose. And then I like to go right up on the bridge and release a little tension on each side. Now, as you notice, I did not go right over my cheekbones because that's the mass I want to keep. I want to keep this slim, and I want to keep this plump and lifted. I want to keep the part underneath my eye also lifted. However, that skin is so thin, so it's really hard for it to hold hydration. So it really needs for us to create some blood supply, but that is going to be a feather light move. And then when you come over to the lines that actually go out here, I'm going cross fiber to them, and I'm just resting the tool completely on the face, which is great. It's really an easy move to do. Back to the nasolabial fold, I'm kind of sweeping away and flicking out at a diagonal to try to get them to lift and release the tension out of each one of them. Then you see me lifting up and under my eyebrow and then doing cross fiber to the 11s. Then I'm almost doing like a scrub to the top of my forehead. And that's it. You are all done.